And so how did y'all actually meet actually before the record?
Basically, my best friend, Mr. B Barrett, you know, he like hooked us up. You know, that's his brother. You know, so you know he been telling Magic about me and told him, you know, you got to get with this dude. But Magic was on the road doing a lot of things, so it took him a while before we actually connect. But when we connected, it was on after that. I did every single since, you know, he left No Limit at the time.
Okay. So tell us, what was the first single? Made together.
Damn, that's a crazy question, cause boy, we did a lot of songs. I could probably say Acting Bad, you know, Do What You Do, Ma, Acting Bad. I was probably one of the first songs. Then Night War Remix.
Man, that song Night War. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's the first time I never realized that the Night War was that big going to a teenage party.
Right. But a lot of people don't even know it was my track. You know, and like I said, I did every single for Mr. Magic prior to leaving No Limit. You know what I'm saying? Since he had left No Limit.
Okay. So you know, but y'all mainstream song, If I Smoke, I Drink, like, you know, and bring us to the process of actually making that song. And because people don't know, if they had a lot of different artists on that song.
Right. Basically, it started in Mr. Magic kitchen, because I used to travel on the road a lot. I used to have like a mobile studio, and I used to go around with my little bag and my beat machine and all that in a suitcase. And I pulled up to his house in Baton Rouge, and I could remember him jumping around talking about, we don't give a damn, go and throw it up. You know what I'm saying? He was listening to the Young Bloods, and he was like, man, I need something like this. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, cut that off. And that's how I Smoke, I Drink came about. You know what I'm saying? It started from listening to that song and being inspired by something Lil Jon made, and I wound up, you know, cutting that off, and we made that in 45 minutes.
Okay. And so far as the features, how did that actually come about?
Well, Magic was always cool with Trill Entertainment with Boosie and them, you know, so, you know, he wound up getting Boosie. He was like, you know, it was a good look to put Boosie on, because Boosie was, you know, burning up in BR at the time, so he wound up putting Boosie on there, and Young Bleed. From No Limit, forming No Limit, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that connected. First, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
Right.
So, you know, and so how long it took for y'all to actually meet, Roy Jones, and you know, and to actually go through that deal and actually put the song back out as a remix?
I mean, the
song, the world here.
Magic was already cool with Roy Jones, you know, they was cool already, so basically the song was already generating a lot of buzz, you know, like it came out the third week, it was already smoking in Baton Rouge, they was going crazy off it. So Roy wound up, you know, listening and hearing about the song was already climbing up the charts, so he wound up getting with Magic, and he wound up taking over, and it wound up being Roy Jones' song. So then Roy wound up, you know, putting the Young Bloods on there. And that's how we wound up doing a remix to it.
Right.
And making it national, you know, with Universal.
And the world heard your name.
Right.
Because you're the first name that was shout out on that.
Right. And I appreciate him for that, you know what I'm saying? Because without that, you know, nobody probably would have never knew who I was.